How goes it, everybody? My name is Howitzer, and welcome back to SnowRunner. And today we have this one. The GSDF Type 94 Amphibious Vehicle. ZXP 990 brings us this one. And I guess he wanted to come out with an amphibious vehicle as well. This one is just a little different than the one I did before. I'll put that one over in the corner. This is like a Japanese vehicle. Something along those lines. I don't know, I'm curious. I've been waiting for this one to come out for console for a little bit, so let's just see what we can do to this thing. Alright, for engines, got a couple, like, base engines, and then we have the Z2s, and we'll definitely do the Z2 Stage 2. Gearbox, you got Special, Fine-Tune, and Advanced Special. We'll do Advanced. Suspension, can't do nothing with that. Tires, he does have a little bit of, selection. We'll go with the 87-inch Z2s though. I think these are going to be the best bet. Winch, you got the stock extended advanced twin motor, you got the Z220 and the Z240. Snorkel, can't do nothing with that. Frame add-ons, you got a little fuel tank. Well, large fuel tank. 3,400 fuel. That's quite a bit. You have a loading platform, and then loading platform with the little banners on it telling you, well, being on the water and stuff like that. I think I'll leave this alone because I don't know what the truck actually does yet. I want to try and actually try out the vehicle first. Visuals, we got the exhaust, we got the stock. Well, they're snub heat shielded. I think the stock looks way better than that. Yeah, we'll keep that the same. Rear cabin, you got a little box back there, gives you some repair parts and some fuel. Get some fuel drums or a water tank. I'll leave that alone too. And you can switch up the color if you want to, but I'll keep it the green that it is. I don't mind it. Of course, you can do bobbleheads and other accessories as well. Let's go see how this thing does. I'm curious to see how it stacks up against the other one we did. The Object 490, I do believe it was. Let's find out. Well, it sure does seem like this one's a little bigger, don't you think? And the 490, that was a very odd vehicle. Like it wasn't like super great off-road, but it wasn't bad, and it wasn't bad in the water, but it wasn't super great. It was kind of weird. Here's the inside. This seems like it would be a very interesting vehicle to operate, for sure. They're flocking all-wheel drive around all the time. That's nice to see. Yeah, this truck is way bigger. No trailers. That kind of sucks. Let's go see how this thing does on its own. This fucking truck is very, very loud. Goodness. We'll take her through the little washed out river here. See how it does a little off-roading. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a very small vehicle, huh? Put it in high once. Yeah, high gear isn't much for this thing. See how it does Swampy Town once. Well, I mean, so far, it's not doing terrible, I guess. I don't think this thing is really made for speed. No, it's a amphibious vehicle for a reason. It's made to be on the water and on the land, you know. I don't think it was made to really do any one particular thing very well. But I mean, it's actually going through here fairly decent. Here comes a deep spot. See, I don't know what you have to do to this thing to even make it float unless you just drive into the water. I honestly have no idea. Goodness, this truck is incredibly loud. Keep turning it down just a little bit here. Goodness. See if we can get into 5th gear. Oh, there it is. Comes the other river. We're not going to be able to hold on to 5th gear. I think it's a little too heavy for that. Well, I guess it did that fairly well, actually. I mean, it could have done a hell of a lot worse. Let's go do some other stuff. Yeah. Let's go see. Oh, it does a little bit of crawling, huh? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. No way. Oh my god, is it? Oh. Oh my. Oh, I thought it was... Oh, poop. Oh, now what? We'll just winch it up the rest of the way. Oh! Alright. I guess... Let's just get straight to the point of this video. Let's go see how it does on the water once. Alright, so let's go over what the hell we have to do. I think we have to do this. Or no. No, I think we have to have those down. Your center of gravity. I guess you can adjust your center of gravity for... like, what kind of weight you're carrying on it? Is that what's going on here? I'm guessing that's what it is. Oh, you can open up the doors and everything. So, I think it's... yeah, I think it's ready to go, right? Like this. We'll try it out. Alright, we made it down to the lake. Let's just head right into it. Well, I'm definitely not touching bottom anymore. Alright, now I wonder, is this where the whole center of gravity thing comes into play? That's kind of... Whoops. We can kind of bring it back. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna put it towards the back of the boat. Hey. This thing seems a little more... well... better, I guess you could say. This thing actually looks more like an amphibious vehicle, like... although it really wants to keep that front end down a little further than the ass end. That's okay. We're still not hitting the bottom of the lake yet. Let's go see what happens once we put some weight on this thing while it's in the water. Alright, I got the Kitty 680 up on the truck. And it took me way longer than what it should have to do that. But, you know, how do you get a truck on another truck that's like 10 feet off the ground? It wasn't easy, but I got it. So let's see how this thing does with a truck on it. I don't know if this thing is actually designed to move in the water with this kind of weight? I don't think I'm quite... like completely... Yeah, see, we're actually hitting the bottom of the lake there. Gotta get somewhere where it's just a little deeper. Yeah, I don't think this is what this thing was intended to do. But I suppose if you really wanted to bring a truck across the water, I suppose you could. It seems like finding that a decent center of gravity isn't all that easy either. Oh yeah, she's slow in the water, carrying some weight. Like I said, I guess if you really wanted to, I suppose you could. I don't know if I would waste my time. Almost feels like if you turn sharp enough, the thing is going to tip over. I think we have to adjust it just a little bit more here. Go a little bit more on this side. Just to even it out a little. There we go. That's looking a little better. It's definitely a cool vehicle, don't get me wrong. I mean, now I'm leaning towards port side. Oh boy. Don't tip over. When we get it right in the middle, maybe it'll even itself out. But I tell you what, when you have this thing on land, it actually performs pretty decent, other than it's a little top heavy. There isn't really a suspension. There's not really much flexing. It's just the truck moves and then it usually tips over. That's what I ran into anyway. But I mean, once you get to shore, it honestly doesn't really act like it's even there. Until you start getting into some really, really hilly areas. Then the truck starts to sway a little bit. Oh, can't take high gear. Okay. But I mean, that's pretty much the truck in a nutshell. I have seen all I need to see. Well, that was the G2 GSDF Type 94 amphibious vehicle. Overall, honestly, it's not that terrible. Really, I mean, it drives on land and it drives on water. Yeah, it does probably a little bit better on land. But it's definitely a cool piece, and I mean the detail is actually quite good. It's decent. I don't know how practical it is to actually like use, because you will be pretty slow going. But all in all, it wasn't bad. Good job with this one. It wasn't terrible. It was very interesting. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Hit that subscribe button for me as well. And I will hopefully see you in the next one.